Hey guys, it's Lena here, and today I have my What's New at the Drugstore haul. So before we get started, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you love haul videos and you want me to do more of them, because I'd be happy to do that. And yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. So there are a lot of new drugstore items. Holy moly. I didn't even get all of them. I just got the ones that I wanted to try, so this is going to be pretty intense. I will say that these items should be available at your local drugstore. I actually purchased all of these drugstore brand items through Ulta just because it's usually cheaper. I get points with it. I don't have to leave my house. If you prefer to shop at your local drugstore because it's cheaper in your area, that's awesome. Also, I'm not going to mention any specific pricing just because the price of it on Ulta is very different than the price at your local CVS, Walgreens, etc. It's going to vary in your region. And because I did get all of this through Ulta, there are a few things that aren't drugstore, and I'll leave those to the end so that this can be mostly a what's new at the drugstore haul. So let's start with like face stuff first. So this first item is new foundation from Maybelline. It's their Dream Velvet Soft Matte Hydrating Foundation. So what I found interesting about this foundation is the idea of a soft matte hydrating foundation. So I don't usually go for matte foundations even though I'm an oily person, just because I don't like how it makes my skin look really flat. I don't mind getting a little oily. I carry my blotting sheets, whatever, you know. I'm not like an oily person to the point that my makeup's gonna just like slide off, you know? Because I got this online, I don't exactly know if I got the right shade. I know I did go a little lighter in the spectrum. Like usually I'm like a medium beige or something like that, but I know medium beige in Maybelline's world is basically this color. I don't understand their color scheme. Even their lightest shade is not that light. So I went for nude. So it is like pretty decently thick formula. It's got like a moussey texture to it. It kind of reminds me of the Dream Matte Mousse, but just a little bit creamier rather than like frothy, if that makes any sense. I don't know why, but I feel like their foundations are always very orangey, like yellowy, like that's probably going to be a little dark on me. I'll admit that, I'm pale, but I don't know, I'll try it. I always worry if the foundation is already too dark for me because as the day goes on, foundation oxidizes and it usually changes in colors, so it's not going to get lighter, it usually gets darker. So I did get one other foundation, and it's the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Cushion Foundation. It's supposed to be a buildable luminous foundation. I got it in N3.5. I think that is what I have their True Match foundation in. Not that I don't really use it, but this is Classic Buff. And I made sure to get N because N means neutral, and I am definitely a neutral girl. I've never really used anything from the Lumi line just because Lumi is short for luminous, and I get natural luminosity thanks to the humidity in Miami and my jeans. So it comes in a little compact like this. It has the little applicator. This is closed tightly after use, so it's sealed like that. Let's see how I did in choosing a shade. Whoa, wowzers. Okay, that looks like Scary Dark, but I think that's just the little cushion, because if you look here, I think it's coming off a little yellowish on cam, but look, it's definitely neutral. Oh, I like the feeling of it. It's very, I'm not dip into the cushion yet. Yeah, this is definitely gonna be a match. I'm going to show you because you're not going to be able to see it because it's blending pretty good. Very light in consistency. It feels really nice. I'm definitely excited to try this. I don't know about applying with this thing, but I guess with these cushion foundation things, you're kind of stuck with this. Let me know if you've attempted these cushion foundations with any other applicator, and let me know which one so I can try it. Oh my god, this paper cut's going to drive me nuts. But I do like that it has a separate compartment because I hate when you have to store the applicator with the products. I feel like that's just like germ city. Okay, so another face item I got is actually a primer. So one thing that's pretty cool about these drugstore brands is that they're really trying to offer everything that you can get in a high-end brand. So one thing that was always lacking in the drugstore was primers, setting powders, that kind of stuff, palettes. And you're seeing these brands come out with that kind of stuff. So I do have primers from Maybelline, Revlon, all that, but I don't think I've ever had one from Covergirl. So this is the Covergirl Trublend face primer, and I got the one for combination skin because y'all know I got some combination skin. So I'm definitely excited to try this. I believe they have one for dry skin. It basically looks like a lotion. It's kind of interesting. Kind of feels, not gonna lie, it feels like sunscreen. Like, ooh. It doesn't smell like full-on sunscreen. It smells like sunscreen that's trying to not smell like sunscreen. AKA, I guess, just smells like moisturizer. I don't know. It's definitely an interesting texture for something that's claiming to be good for combination skin, just because usually when it's something for oily or combination skin, it's gonna have that like powdery finish to it, and that's just felt like a moisturizer. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see if that actually makes a difference. I mean, it doesn't claim to fill in pores or anything like this. It says that it has a balancing formula that creates a smooth surface for perfect foundation application. Pretty sure if you just moisturize your face, it's probably the same thing. We will see about that one. I'm not going to be too judgmental just yet. So the last face item that I got from the drugstore brands is the Maybelline Master Fix by Face Studio Setting and Perfecting Loose Powder. So it sets, mattifies, blurs, and smooths. So I have the white setting powder from NYX, and I also have the Tarte Smooth Operator powder, and I have the Makeup Forever one. So I kind of want to put them all side by side and test them all out, and then kind of let you know if the high-end ones are worthwhile, and if they are better, like, are they really that much better to justify the price? I think that would be kind of neat. But I just love setting powders because I'm an oily girl. We gotta set this straight. I'm not gonna pull off the seal, but it's just a regular white setting powder. It seems really finely milled. So this is my nerd side. So if you don't know, I went to school for biology. I was pre-med, and I did graduate with my degree in biology, and I loved microbiology. I loved the microscope and all that. And honestly, if I had a microscope, I totally would put these powders on a slide and actually see if the molecules, like which ones are actually, because sometimes you can be like, oh yeah, this is totally more finely milled, but like, let's put it to the test. Let's put it under a microscope. So yeah, I don't think I have a microscope anymore. I used to when I was younger because I was such a nerd. That would be cool, wouldn't it? So let's move on to another thing that's lacked at the drugstore, which are palettes. So up until probably about a year ago, there were no drugstore palettes, and I believe Maybelline was the first one to come out with a, you know, decent sized palette. Like there was always like the little tiny quads, or the ones with 8 pans, whatever you would call that. But an actual palette, I believe Maybelline was the first one to come out, and it was their nudes palette. So since then, L'Oreal has come out with their like longer palette. Maybelline's come out with a bunch of them. Revlon, I believe, has recently come out with one. And I have those other ones, and they're just waiting to be swatched. They kind of just are in the wings. So yeah, I've been collecting all those palettes just because I want to put them to the test against the high-end ones and see, like, once again, if it's really worthwhile. I feel like the drugstore brands are really stepping their game up. Yeah, their prices are increasing a little bit, but if you shop smart, you can totally still get a great deal. By the way, I've been really wanting to do a how to save money on your makeup purchases, so definitely give this video a thumbs up and comment below if you want something like that, and if you're interested in me doing a drugstore version and a high-end version, or one or the other, or both. Yeah. The eyeshadow palette that I got is the newest one from Maybelline, which is the Rock Nudes. So to me, I don't really see this as a nudes palette whatsoever. I don't know why they call it that. To me, it's just another version of Smoky palette. I'm not gonna swatch him because I haven't taken photos of him yet. So it's definitely a blend of matte and shimmery shades, and like this one really glittery shade. Definitely pretty cool. I'm dying to swatch it, but I need to like take photos first. This next item, when I saw it, I was like, oh my god, it looks like the Makeup Forever lip gloss palette. And this is a Maybelline New York lip gloss palette. Definitely looking forward to testing out the pigmentation on these. Let's just continue on with lip products. So Revlon came out with liquid lipsticks. So what's really cool about this is that not even that long ago, liquid lipsticks were not something that you found at the drugstore. So it's really cool. It seems like not only are they getting hip with the times, but they're doing it a lot faster than what it used to take before. So this is the Revlon Ultra HD Matte Lip Color, and I am obsessed with the packaging. It is like nothing else that's out there right now. It seems like it's a lot of product, but I just love the packaging. So this shade is called Passion. So the applicator is like flat and almost like a rectangle shape. A little curve at the end, which is perfect for, ooh. It smells really good. It smells like fruity. Thank God it's not a vanilla smell. This is Passion. This next one, HD Flirtation. Not sure about this one. This one definitely looks like a coral color. I think that the website cheated me because I'm definitely not a coral person. Oh my God, please. This next color is Temptation. And the last one is probably the one I'm most excited about because it's a magenta, like fuchsia pink color. And this is called Obsession. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, that's obviously gonna be my favorite one, like, let's be honest. Not bad, guys, not bad. I'm gonna let them sit for a bit to see how they dry because they're supposed to be matte, but they're pretty glossy looking right now. Let's move on. Next up is L'Oreal's Infallible Pro Matte Gloss. So I have owned the Infallible lipsticks, I guess they were. They definitely weren't glossy, and they had this same shape. You guys know which one I'm talking about. But I definitely wanted to try these. So I got 5 different shades just to kind of test out the line. This first one is Shanghai Scarlet. It's a doe foot applicator with a pointy end, which is also really good for the Cupid's bow. So Shanghai Scarlet right there. This next one is Statement Nude. They did have a lighter nude, I believe, but that is definitely for me. Statement Nude. This next color is Rouge Envy. It's definitely like a like dark mauve pink. This next one is Forbidden Kiss. It's like a plum berry, Forbidden Kiss right there. And the last one I got is Rebel Rose, which is basically a magenta bluish pink, which you guys know I love. Let's see how the Revlon ones are doing. They're still pretty glossy. Maybe they're never gonna dry. I mean, I'm wearing a white shirt, so I'm kind of nervous, but let's see how long I can have these on here and let them dry without making a huge mess everywhere. Let's break up the lippies. I have more lippies, but we're gonna save them for later. Let's do something else. So I did get 2 mascaras, the ArtRevlon mascaras. I believe Covergirl came out with a whole bunch of new ones as well, but I thought I would try the Revlon ones first. These aren't the only ones that came out. They had a whole bunch of different ones, and I honestly couldn't figure out what the difference was. But I wanted to see the difference between the volume and the length one, so I got this super length and the ultra volume. I think they had one that was like a combo. So this shape is definitely interesting. I got both of them in blackest black, of course. Let's see, this is a super length. Let's see how this brush looks. Whew! Oh my word. Look how huge that brush is. Okay, so this reminds me a lot of Smashbox Full Exposures brush. Oh my word. Really like the packaging. I like how they've revamped their packaging. They used to have really boring mascara. Like, they've never been good with mascara. It's always Maybelline or Covergirl, so it's kind of cool. Hopefully I like the formula. So this is the super volume, or ultra volume, sorry. Let's see how this brush looks. Looks basically the same. They're both bristle brushes. This one is shorter, not so tapered at the end. It's kind of hard to tell, but it's not like a circular shape. It's actually like they're arranged in like almost like a triangle. Intrigue. Oh my god, these things are not drying. I'm gonna make a big mess. This is the longest haul ever. All right, so let's move on to more eye stuff. Let's get into some glitters. So NYX, I don't know if they've just repackaged things or changed formulas, but they came out with a bunch of new different items, and I've actually never had any of their glitters. And since I was going on Holy Ship, I was like, holy ship, I need some glitter. So I got a bunch. Unfortunately, the package arrived the day after I left. So now I have a whole bunch of glitter and I gotta figure out what to do with it. So here we have a copper shade. I'm not going to say the actual shades because it doesn't have an actual name, it's just a number. This is a white glitter, kind of like a snow. This is a bluish purple glitter. This is a blue glitter. This one I'm excited about. It's like a teal green. This one's also exciting. This is like a kaleidoscopy silver. I bet no one's ever described it like that. And this is kind of like a metallic pink one. And to go with that, I had gotten a glitter primer. Usually, I don't use any sort of adhesive for like eye glitter, just because I don't know if my lids are oily or what, but for the most part, even if I have eyeshadow on, I could just pat it on and it stays just fine. But it's nice to have something like this for when you want really precise application, like if you want it just in the corner of your eyes or whatever. And I wanted to try it out. I also had picked up a bunch of funky liners because I was like, I'm going on holy ship, so let's get crazy. And I was gonna like draw things on my face with them, and yeah, ugh, what a mess. Can't believe it's arrived late. So here we have Vivid Petal. It's a pink one. Vivid Violet, which is obviously a purple. Vivid Sapphire. Vivid Blossom. And the last one I got is one of their new felt tip liners, and this is just in white. Because like I said, I was going to draw things on my face and stuff. I'm not going to open them and swatch them just in case I decide to return them. Or I'm just going to start doing makeup tutorials on how to wear funky, crazy glitter looks all day, every day. Let's do like a natural back to school makeup tutorial with a whole bunch of glitter. Oh my word. These things still aren't dry. Neither of them are dry. I feel like it's been a good 10 minutes. Let me take this off before I end up getting it everywhere. That came off way too easy. Usually with a good liquid lipstick, I gotta like use Pond's cold cream or something. That came off pretty easy with a baby wipe. I don't know about those matte claims. I call BS. Okay, so Maybelline has relaunched their color tattoo eye colors, but instead of it being in a little pot, they have it in stick form. I'm not crazy about stick eyeshadow in general, like the NYX Jumbo pencils, but I do love the color tattoo line. And I don't know if they switched to a pencil because there were a lot of complaints about the pots drying up, but it's like, dude, just seal it properly. And anything in a pot is not gonna last that long. So this first one is called Gray Crystal. Ooh. Okay. I take it back, I might like it. I like how it applied. It did not tug at all. Like usually eyeshadow pencils feel more like an eyeliner and they just tug. And you can't get a smooth application with that. This next color is Lilac Lust. Really nice. Very creamy formula. Bronze Truffle. And the last one, which unfortunately got smushed. Oh, just push it right back down. Is Lavish Lavender. Doesn't really look lavender to me. Like a grayish silver. Still really pretty. There were a lot more colors than just those four, but those four are what appealed to me and I want to go a little nutty. I wasn't sure if I was going to like the formula or how it applied. And the last drugstore items that I got are Maybelline's new liquid lipsticks. They're Vivid Matte Liquid by Color Sensational Lip. So the tube looks like that. It's a little square. This video is already going to be crazy long, so I'm not going to swatch each one, but I will show them to you and I'll either do a separate video or swatch them on my blog. So this one is Fuchsia Ecstasy, Electric Pink, Pink Charge, Nude Flush, Nude Thrill, Rebel Red, Orange Shot, Berry Boost, Vivid Violet, and the last one, Possessed Plum. Whew, yeah, sorry I'm not swatching those. It's just it was a long one. I've had to like empty out my memory card a bunch of times. and switch batteries, so kind of intense. So the items I also got from Ulta that I'm just going to include in this, even though this is a drugstore haul, is the new Benefit The Professional Matte Rescue. It's their mattifying gel. I like the regular Professional, so I'm definitely excited to see how this works. So it's supposed to be mattifying, pore blurring, and invisible finish. We'll see how this works and if it's too drying and whatnot. So. And then one day they had the Tarte blushes for I think half off. I don't know if it was just platinum members or what. They had a bunch of shades, but I went for the ones that were shimmery because I like a good shimmery blush. Or at least like a satiny finish, not so much matte. Blushing Bride. I got the shade Glisten. And the last one, which is Dazzled. So those are all the items that I got in my What's New at the Drugstore haul. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to give it a big thumbs up if you did, and don't forget to subscribe and check out all my other videos. Hope you guys have a good one. See ya! Dang, I might need another band-aid. I thought this thing was going to be fine. I might lose my finger. I wonder if do any of my friends work in a lab? Okay, having a conversation with myself. Don't need to do that. Still doing it. Okay, stop.